Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 94 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we have been working a lot on trying to make farming signs, and we are gonna make a little bit here to be able to research some of the things we need for sustainable farming signs, I guess. But I have started to wonder if we shouldn't just shelve this project for now, because we need a lot more farming stuff and catalyst stuff to actually get this up and running. I guess we are pretty close to being there, but some of this just seems a little bit annoying at the moment. Mainly the catalysts and the chemical stuff. And I guess I would like to just shelf that until we have robots, maybe. At least I don't really feel like doing this at the moment. I know we've spent a lot of time trying to get this to actually work, but sometimes you just got to admit defeat, I guess. Because it would be a lot more meaningful to actually work towards blue science and other sciences for the robots. And we can at least start working on advanced circuits. That will require a lot of silica and stuff and other things, but we're gonna need that anyway. And silver, apparently. Okay. So maybe we should start down that road instead. I'm just curious, is silver going to mean that we need chunks and chunk sorting? Yes, it is. Okay, but that's okay. We'll have to go there at some point anyway. I just don't think we get a lot out of actually doing the work for the remaining work for this. I don't know what we want farming science for. I just started doing it because I know that it takes some time to actually get it running. And I feel like that's stupid at the moment. But I guess we could just finish the research that we have actually made the farming science for. Though I don't really remember, it was swamp farming 2. This is needed for the good seed recipe that we need for mashed potatoes. And this is needed for more mashed potato. Wasn't there also a better garden farming thing? Or did we already get that? I guess that's these, so we have got that, okay. We basically just want these two. And we can just deliver this manually. Where is it? Did we only get 92? That doesn't seem like a correct amount. Some problems down here, I guess, with these inserters. And I guess this should really stop there. We'll go put this in at the moment, and then we can get the rest later. We could also just start working on proper Helmut production blocks, but not right now. So let's do that. And power that one. Good. Let's just make a decision right now. We want to work towards blue science instead of this for now. I think I'll still keep this recipe in here though. This does not need to be there. Wait, this doesn't need to be there either. We need this one for later. And I guess we're keeping this because I might start questioning the ratios of that, but same with that. Oh, let's just make a new production block for... Well, is it too much to actually just go towards the red circuits? These guys. And I think we need to research that. Circuit. This one. Yes. Good. Let's do that. And get on with this. This by itself is also chunk sorting, I think. Or from chunk sorting, yes. I think we would want to do this if we can. Because this is just a lot of byproducts and I don't like that. Aluminium. This one though. And that's fine, we can get that without current research, good. We do need aluminium and brass to actually craft these though. So we do need some temporary setup. And I will try to remember that. But I guess this all goes into its own production block actually. So if we do that, but put it in there. And let's just say that we want... Are we going to overscale this like with everything else? Maybe. 40 plate per second, that is a lot. Scale it down maybe. It should be possible to scale this up anyway, even if we do a small setup to begin with. Why is this not the default again? Let's go with just 2 per second. It's the start. That one we can do pretty easily. And we need chunks for this. And we want to do this eventually. So I guess that's what we're planning for. And are we going to put this into its own production block as well? Let's just do that. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of new stuff for this as well, but that's fine. Ceramic filters, I believe, requires aluminium by itself, right? Do I have ceramic filters yet? I should have just looked this up in Helmut, I guess. But yeah, it requires alumina. And what I may be doing, please get done with this. So let's do this, which is required anyway, good. And go back in here. We will do it with this then. Well, eventually we want the ceramic filters, right? Does that change anything significant, if I could speak? We get out 14.3 instead of, I think it was 20 from this. Yes. So we get less sulfuric wastewater. Maybe that's a problem, maybe not. And we need more purified water. But otherwise it's the same, right? Why am I not just doing both? Because then we can't see the ratio so well. But it is 25 to 25 in any case. And these we just have to do once. So how do we want to do crystal slurry? And can we even get the research for this? Oops. We can, okay, good. Well, at least we're doing research again. Oops. So we can turn a little bit of all the geodes into slurry, or we can try and turn the geodes into crystal powder, I think. No, that's not these kinds of crystals, never mind. No. But this crystal dust, that's different. Yeah, we can turn these into that if we want to, but then we get crushed stone. Really, you get crystal dust from farming? Maybe farming is worth it, but let's not go down that rabbit hole right now. So we get crushed stone from that, and crushed stone by itself is a little annoying, so we could also do this stuff, which requires sulfuric acid. And it requires us to do 6 different things. Can we make this with the sulfuric wastewater that we have? Cannot. Unless there's other parts of this process that gives us sulfuric wastewater. Wait. This does. So if we don't use the blue one, but what could we imagine we got from aluminium? Maybe the yellow one? Maybe. thinking about here. I want to know what we need for the aluminium. Oh, start a new recipe first. Try and keep focus. So for this we need yellow and Crotinium white, whatever. This does not become the yellow one, dang it. I can see that right there, obviously. We should just do this. So purple and green. Want to turn this into sludge. Where did that go? To the top for some reason. But this makes other chemicals, dang it. Do I have to make this so complicated? I want to just start over. This is stupid, but oh well. And maybe we just don't do it with crystal catalyst, so this stuff to begin with. Because it is a lot simpler to just do the mixed stuff. But you're not really here to do simple stuff. If we just have a look at these. This we can easily do, and this we can easily do with our current setups. So we would need to get rid of this and this. And that's also easy, we can just clarify it unless we need it for something. Can we turn it into sulfuric acid in some way? No. We can make fluoride ore, and I think that's just a rabbit hole of its own. Apparently we need it for crystal stuff, that's fine. But we don't want it. How about this? Nothing useful there either. Okay. So we're just gonna clarify that for now. And then we get these. Maybe we should just use the crushed stone thing, because then we can just turn that into mineralized water and clarify it. But it would be interesting if we could get this to work. Because we need it for crystal. Well, we could also do it the other way, but we want, if possible, we want to do this for the crystal. Crystal catalyst, yes. So we can just do mineral sludge. Wait, what? Oh, wait. We can make mineral sludge out of it. Never mind. This is crystal slurry, right? Yes. That is turned into crystal seedling. And seedling. And mineral sludges. Okay. This is then used for these. This stuff. Let's do matrix solar. That's fine. This is fine. This we would want to turn into this stuff. So that is the only part missing at the moment. Or at least the most important part. And you turn that into sulfur dioxide, right? Yes. And that into sulfuric acid. This is a lot more than we have. Why is it trying to do that? Why is it trying to make 4.5 of this? Is it needed up here? No. No. What is this? Where does this go? We only have it as an ingredient here, right? Where does this come from? I think there's a small weird thing here. Let's just send all of these down. Is it doing this? Dang it. Now it's just coming as an input. But why? Do we need this? No, we need this, that's why, my bad. And is this the one we usually do for that? Or is it this one? Every second. 100 every 2 seconds. And this requires a air compressor and a electrolyzer or something like that. This is just a hydro plant and a clarifier for the saline water, so I think this is what we're doing. Good, and this we're getting rid of. And now we have too little sulfuric acid. Dang it. Stop this from blinking. We needed this for some necessary thing. What was it again? Get logistic robots, but we can't get requester chests until way later, I believe. Let's just double check. Whoops. Stop it. Requester chests, yeah. This requires 3 more science types. There's no simpler way, right? I don't think so. Can't really do anything with the storage chests, I don't think. If you put a thing into, or if you put a filter on a storage chest and then you put something in that isn't supposed to be there, will the robots remove it? I don't think I've ever tested that or thought about it. Because then you could use a storage chest as a requester chest, basically from a filter, by pushing into it instead of requesting from it. But I don't think that's what we want to even try at the moment. It seems that they have put robots far ahead in the game just so, well, you don't use it for everything early on, I guess. So yeah, let's just forget about that idea and go back in here. So if we have a deficit of sulfuric acid, this won't really work. We could try and push it in from other places, but that's probably a bad idea. Actually, why is this only using one of these? That seems stupid. Why are we outputting this and this? Because we don't want to use the extra. We are producing more to actually just try and get enough. Is this really not self-contained? We can't get 25 crystal seedling out of the chunks we need to use the... Well, we can't get 50 out of the chunks we need for... No, this is for 2. So we can't get 25 out per second if we want 4 of each of these per second. That seems a little wrong. Can just wash for them though. So if we do some washing for geodes, we could produce more sulfuric wastewater that way and just get rid of any excess seedling, I guess. So these are just put into the same system that we are washing from. Maybe that's a good idea. It seems to be an okay idea. I might be wrong, but not this, but this. From washing. And yeah, we will have to do it with all of these, of course, that's fine. I guess we would have to actually... Why is this not working with the matrix solver? Dang it, you're supposed to use at least the 8.9 of these that we have now. How do we have 8.9 though? 4.9 plus 1. That doesn't make sense. I really need to divide this into smaller bytes for me to be able to do anything with it. Again, we could just crush all of these to get crystal dust. That does also require some sulfuric acid though. I actually didn't think it would. Oh, I thought I had seen different, I guess. So we can do something like that. Is that in any way better though? I think I want to do this separately. We want to do this eventually. Let's just see here. If we do this. And what was the other color that we're getting from this? Green? Yes. Is it 8 we needed of this stuff per second? Yes. We would need 7.5 sulfuric acid. Wasn't the other one more? Did I really research that? That wasn't the plan. I guess we can get construction robots. It is this that I wanted to work towards, and these, because we need them at the moment. At least when I get through all of this. Let's use the correct ones, in case we need to work further with this. And also from... It was green, right? Yes. So yeah, this requires 9.4 for whatever reason. I just want to see if we have a way to generate more of this easily. It seems to be mainly off of sulfuric wastewater. Unless we can do this easily. We could just wash a lot of mud water. That seems stupid though, and there's no other real way. So it seems like this should make make enough to run itself. And again, we can just wash for more geodes. As that gives us... Wait, what? Oh yeah, and then we can just make more of it into crystal slurry. No? That's the wrong way around. I need the sulfuric acid to make crystal slurry to make sulfuric wastewater. I am so far off course here that it's not even funny. Is this the... no. With this, do we get enough by any chance? Let's do that again, never mind. With the 14.3, we're getting 0.2. .2 seems to be enough. No, apparently there's some rounding errors here. If we just scale this up, we get 178.6. That turns into 1.8, and we need 2.4. So yes, this has a deficit as well. So we need to do some other stuff in any case, no matter which one of these ways we go. Why does it have to be so tough? If we just keep going here and just look into the easy ways to do this. Do this. Of these gives us aluminium ore. Let's just put this in, or this actually. See the recipes that generates this. You can do all of this, right? But this doesn't require the sulfuric wastewater, or the sulfuric acid, since we don't need the catalysts. It is a lot of sorting, and we do get a lot of other stuff, and that's the real problem here. But we needed to get us started anyway. So maybe that should just be our first focus. Ships are really the same here, so let's not worry too much about that. Don't want that stuff, don't want this stuff. We really want this stuff. So yeah, the good thing about all of these is that they don't require any catalysts. When we generate the givolite, crushed givolite and crushed grotinium, we do all of this stuff, and that generates sulfuric acid as well, and we are clarifying a little bit of that. So if we just put in everything here, it's gonna be a long line, but let's just do it anyway. Wait, this is the thing that gives us the sulfuric wastewater. Oh, wait, it's not. It is already there. But we need it for itself. We have this recipe, yes. We just need to move some of this down instead. So already it actually seems like we get too much sulfur. Started with the Givolite yet. Well, this requires the same thing. Stuff. So yeah, we are generating enough actually with everything taken into consideration, it seems. Oh boy. This is too much to keep in my head. How about if we don't use the crystal dust thing, or whatever it's called? This stuff. Crystal dust. If we instead used the direct from geode thingy. Didn't have any extra of any of the other stuff, right? Like extra of this. No. It is just stuff that we're going to clarify. Just wanted to make sure. Why is this not making for both of them? Did I make that same mistake in here? No, it is making for both. This is not matrix solved? Yes. Okay. We're not handling the sulfuric wastewater in this one. Why does this say 0, but then we're exporting 400? And we're doing this. Why is everything so weird? Sometimes I really don't understand Helmut. Let's go to the bottom with all of this. Now we're inputting this stuff to output extra of this. What? Oh, because of this stuff, maybe? This, then. Is it not just purified water? Don't we have a recipe from the... Oh, we're only looking at the ingredients, my bad. This, that's what I want. Then we're not inputting anything we don't want. We have too much sulfur still, but we can just turn that into sulfuric acid and get rid of it if we want to. This will need to be turned into mineralized water and gotten rid of, like with this. And that's about it, I think. We haven't used any of the sulfuric acid here locally yet. But that seems to be fine. Yes, this is what we are turning into. The slag. And I guess we actually make some of the purified water with this stuff here. We don't need it for anything else, so yeah, our current setups take that into account. Something like this. Now 72 electrolyzers in total. Is that by any chance what we're using here? 76, so almost. Can actually just make both of these in the same setup. We just put different recipes on each side here. That seems simple. We're still making too much of this because we need the extra geodes for crystal slurry, I guess. So either we do that or we wash some water for geodes. And I think the correct answer is to wash for geodes. And maybe just export the crystal slurry from there. That does require sulfuric acid as input though. But wait. Washing for this stuff requires us to wash the water a little bit first, which gives us hydrogen sulfide. This should all be done separately, so oh. Actually, let's just put that back in and put it into its own production block. So all of this comes from that. This gives us this, which will be turned into sulfur, which will take the turn into sulfuric acid. Just outputting 0.1 here. Is that because we then don't have to produce extra here? No. Then I don't really understand these. Is it just by one factory maybe? Probably something like that. But if we just work with this, these, we turn all of it into sulfuric, or crystal slurry. I think that's all of them. 246, yes. Currently it's enough. And this will just be turned into viscous mud water. We can't scale that because it's linked. have everything we need for that. Oxygen. I guess we'll get that from this. And we'll then also turn this into the purified water. Why is this an input then? Wait, no, because it's up here and not in use. But then we need this as well. Dang it. Everything is annoying. So let's just say that this is an input for now. We can figure that out. We don't input anything bad, and we output stuff. And if we matrix solve this, we still output some of these for some reason. Even if we scale it up. Don't understand why that is. Maybe we need to separate all of these into separate production blocks. Or is it that these are the most sulfuric acid efficient? $15 for 20 slurry. $15 for 50 slurry. So that does seem to be the case. So it's only because we use these that we have enough sulfuric acid, it seems. Tough decisions. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.